I thought the hardest part was falling, learning how to let you in. I never knew the real pain would start when love began to end. We promised we'd be honest, the truth came way too late. I held your hand through everything, still couldn't make you stay. I loved you with my whole heart, believed that love was enough. But love doesn't stop the distance when goodbye calls the bluff. I lost you after loving, after all we tried to say. I lost you after loving, and that's the part that breaks. I didn't lose you to a stranger or some careless mistake. I lost you slowly, painfully, when love couldn't stay. After loving you, I lost what felt so true. After loving you, I lost you too. We stayed longer than the joy did, hoping time would turn around. But every laugh felt borrowed from a place we never found. I miss the way you looked at me before the doubt moved in. Now all I have are memories of who we used to be. I replay every moment, wondering what went wrong. Some losses don't come suddenly, they linger way too long. I lost you after loving you, after giving all I had. I lost you after loving you, and now I miss what we had. I don't regret the love I gave, or the nights we stayed awake. I just didn't know love would lead to this kind of ache. This isn't anger, this is grief. Loving you caused part of me. Some hearts don't break at once, they fade through disbelief. I lost you after loving you, and the truth still feels unreal. I carry you in everything, I try so hard to heal. I lost you after loving you, but I wouldn't take it back. I'd rather feel this grief with truth than love I never had. 100 broken stars, I finally see love left and took a piece of me. I'm mourning the love we once had. I'm mourning the love we once had. I don't miss you the way I used to. I miss the way we were, the version of us that fell so short before the cracks occurred. I walk past places we once knew, they feel empty now, not because you're not crying for who you are, I'm crying for who you were then. I'm mourning the love we once had, the way it felt, the way it stayed. I'm mourning the love we once had before it slowly slipped away. I don't grieve your touch or voice, I grieve the dream we couldn't save. I'm mourning the love we once had and learning how to live with the ache. Once had that version of us. Once had, now it's just us. I don't wish things were different now. We tried our best. I just didn't know love could die and still leave this mess. You moved on and so did time, but I'm still here sometimes, standing in the echo of what used to feel like mine. I made peace with letting you go, but peace still carries weight. Some losses don't scream or show, they quietly stay. I'm mourning the love we once had, not in anger, not in regret. I'm mourning the love we once had, and every breath I haven't said. I don't need you back in my arms, I just miss the way we felt. I'm mourning the love we once had, and that grief belongs to myself. Some loves don't end with goodbye, they end when meaning fades. You don't lose a person that way, you lose a place. I'm mourning the love we once had, but I won't run from what was real. I'll honor what it meant to me, even if it no longer feels like something I can hold again, or something meant to last. I'm mourning the love we once had and slowly letting it pass. Under warm skies and quieter days, I let the memories stay, then fade. Love didn't end with a broken sound, it faded soft, it settled down. No final words, no last embrace, just empty space left in its place. I learned how endings don't always scream, they whisper into everything. I move on, but still I feel something quiet that won't heal. I packed away the things we were, but some feelings never blurred. Time moved on, the days all changed, but something in me stayed the same. When love ends, the ache remains in little moments, in passing days. I smile keeps moving on. Even when the reason's gone, I don't wish we could rewind. I accept what we couldn't find. Some loves leave a gentle scar. They don't hurt, they just start. Ooh, I let you go with open hands, but my heart remembers where you stand. Not as pain, not as regret, just proof of what we had. When love ends, the ache remains in songs I skip in sudden rain. I don't fight it, I don't run. It's part of who I've become. When love ends, the ache remains a quiet truth I won't replace. It doesn't haunt, it doesn't stay. It simply walks with me some days. This is grief without despair, learning how to truly care for something gone but once alive in a different part of time. When love ends, the ache remains, but it no longer feels the same. It doesn't weigh me down in pain. It reminds me I was brave. When love ends, the ache remains, but so does everything I gained. I loved fully, I stayed true, and that's enough to carry through. Under fading sun and calmer seas, the ache remains peacefully. You didn't leave with anger or a fight, just quiet words and tired eyes. One moment love was breathing here, the next the room was full of fear. I stood there holding what we were, while you walked into your future. I thought love would help me heal, but love stayed and turned real. I didn't lose you suddenly, I felt you go in front of me. You said goodbye like it was brief, but love stayed long enough to grieve. You left, and love turned into grief, into nights that wouldn't sleep. I still feel you in everything, even when you're out of reach. You left, and love turned into grief, something sacred unresolved. Love didn't fade, it changed its form. It learned to wake when you were gone. I didn't beg, I didn't fight. I just stood there in the light, watching love lose its belief as it slowly turned to grief. You left, and love turned into grief, into memories I can't delete. I carry you in quieter ways, in broken thoughts and softer days. You left, and love turned into grief. I learned goodbye isn't the end, it's just where morning begins. This isn't anger, this is loss, the kind that doesn't count the cost. I still love you, I just see love isn't always meant to stay with me. You left, and love turned into grief, but I won't run from what I feel. I let the sorrow teach me truth about the depth of love in you. You left, and love turned into grief. Now I breathe through every wave. Love didn't fail, it changed its shape. Under pale skies and empty seas, love remains, there's memory. Love remains, there's memory. Love remains, there's memory. We stopped talking before we stopped loving. Left too many words unsaid. I thought quiet meant we were healing, but it only filled our heads. I waited for you to say something. You waited for me to try. We stood in the same small room with oceans in our eyes. Every pause felt heavier than any fight we had. We let the silence speak for us, and that's what made us sad. Our love didn't survive the silence, the space between our truth. We held our pain inside us until nothing made it through. Our love didn't survive the silence. We drifted without a sound. We didn't fall apart in anger. We faded out in doubt. But silence doesn't heal a heart, it just teaches how to leave. Our love didn't survive the silence, we lost it in the calm. We chose not to hurt each other, and still we ended up gone. Our love didn't survive the silence, we waited too long to speak. Now all that's left is memory, and nights that feel too weak. Some loves don't break with shattered glass, they disappear too slow. You don't see the ending coming until there's nothing left to hold. Our love didn't survive the silence, but I don't blame you or me. We tried to protect our feelings and lost what used to be. Our love didn't survive the silence, now I'm on what we became. I still love you in the quiet, but love alone won't stay. Under empty words and fading light, our love said nothing and said goodbye. We used to laugh without a reason why. Now even silence makes me cry. We held on longer than we should, calling pain misunderstood. We kept fixing what was already torn, saying love is meant to warm. But every night began to wait. We loved until it hurt to stay. This isn't blame, it's just the cost of loving the same. Some endings come with gentle grief, not because of lies, but belief. We loved until it hurt to stay, and leaving feels like mourning you. I carry what we couldn't save in everything I do. We loved until it hurt to stay. Now I let the sorrow move. I don't regret the love we shared, I just grieve the truth. Under quiet skies I say your name. Love ended, but the ache remains. We build our world in golden light, easy laughs, endless nights. Love felt warm, love felt true. Everything made sense with you. We never saw the ending come. Thought we had more time than one. But beauty fades when truth arrives, and love learns how to say goodbye. I still remember how it felt when love was all we ever held. But endings don't ask what we choose, they just arrive and leave a bruise. Love was beautiful, goodbye was cruel. We didn't break, we just outgrew the dreams we swore would see us through. Love was beautiful, goodbye was cruel. I held the past, you faced the truth. Now all I have are pieces of you. Beautiful love grew goodbye. One gave me life, one took you out of mine. I miss the way we said my name, like it meant something that would stay. Now silence knows me way too well. It's where your echoes always dwell. We didn't fail, we didn't lie. We just couldn't stop the time. Some loves end soft, some end too soon. Some leave a permanent bruise. I still replay the final look, the moment fate rewrote the book. I didn't know that beauty too could hurt the way this ending do. Love was beautiful, goodbye was cruel. I stayed hoping you already knew that love alone can always choose. Love was beautiful, goodbye was cruel. I lost my future, losing you, and learned how grief feels brand new. This isn't anger, this is ache. When loving something I can't take. This isn't anger, this is ache. From loving something I can't take, with me into another life. Some goodbyes cut deeper than knives. Love was beautiful, goodbye was cruel. But I won't regret what we went through. I'd rather love and feel this pain than never feel that warmth again. Love was beautiful, goodbye was cruel. Now I release what I can't undo. I don't hate you, I just grieve the love that wasn't meant to live. We started with a crack we couldn't see, calling it love, calling it destiny. We ignored the signs, we ignored the ways. The pain was just a phase. We tried to run from what we knew, build something fragile out of truth. Now I'm standing in the same old place where hope once lost its shape. We promised we'd be different then, stronger than the way it ended when. But time doesn't forget the scar, it waits to show us who we are. We ended where the pain began, back at the start, back where we ran from every truth we didn't face. Now it's written on our names. We ended where the pain began, tried to heal but couldn't stand the weight of what we never changed. We ended where the pain began. Pain began. Pain began. Right where love first bled. Pain began. Where we thought we met. Pain began. Pain began. I remember how we said we'd grow, turn every wound into something whole. But every fight reopened doors we swore we closed before. I loved you harder than my fear, hoping love would disappear. But love can't heal what we ignore, it just hurts us more. We circle back to every tear we tried to leave behind last year. Some stories don't move on, they repeat until they're gone. We ended where the pain began, no villains here, no better plan. We tried to outrun who we were, but truth caught up again. We ended where the pain began, still holding hands, still couldn't end the parts of us that never changed. We ended where the pain began. This isn't failure, this is fate of lessons learned too late. Some love doesn't get a new start, it just circles back to the heart. We ended where the pain began, and now I finally understand. Love doesn't always mean escape from the wounds we carry in. We ended where the pain began, now I release what I can amend. I don't regret the love we had, I grieve the end. Under moonlit waves I stand again.